Hey all, and today we're gonna be doing something quite a bit different. I've been working really hard in this video, so I hope it comes out pretty good. Today I'm going to be taking you through a brief history lesson on my personal favorite fallen house, the House of Wolves. You know, I call myself the Kell of Wolves. I might as well explain why I think that I could theoretically even take up that mantle and why it's not occupied. So without further ado, let's just get into it. Now, what were the House of Wolves before the Whirlwind, better known as the Fallen Collapse, better known as when the Traveler was like, "All right, I'm gonna be out of here." Well, they were called Mirax, whatever that word is, the Great Reavers. After the Whirlwind, they decided they wanted to fight with the House of Kings for no reason for a while. Not sure why they did that, but they did. And after finally arriving in Seoul, they were just chilled out in the Jovians because, you know, some of them were blue. Their house colors were blue. It was a great match. They'd, just totally get along so well. It was at this time, you might know a certain name. Their well-respected Akron priest, Fikro the Fanatic, got cast out because he was like, "But why did the Traveler leave, though? And is that even that good, guys?" And then the House of Wolves was like, get out of here, man. We don't tolerate that here. Like, the Wolves and the Wraith. Now, you might know this, but the Wolves were intended to join at the Battle of Twilight Gap. However, when approaching the current Wolf Kill, Villarax made a terrible mistake of, thinking he could take on Marasov. Now, for anyone not in the know-how, if you think you can take on Marasov, that's like signing your own death warrant. She will find you and will kill you, as was the case with our dear friend Virax. Marasov unleashed the Harbingers and completely wiped out most of the major wolf sources, leading to infighting amongst the wolves' nobility, which eventually led to our good friend Skolas becoming the Kell. However, Varix betrayed him, and all the other remaining wolves were either brought under the Queen's commands as the vassal because she defeated the Kell, she was named the Kell of Wolves, or they were put into the prison of elders. Now let's get to Skolas and the Wolf Rebellion, which is like the main topic of the actual House of Wolves expansion in Destiny 1. Skolas is pretty interesting. So Marasov, she was like, "Hey there, Nine. I got this gift for you. It's this crazy fallen Kell. You want him?" And the Nine were like, "All right, then." But then one of the agents of the Nine was like, "Well, what if I released him, though?" So he gave him a ship, and then he just let him go. So Skolas, now with a renewed purpose, was like, "You know, I'm probably the Kell of Kells of prophecy. I'm gonna go get my guys." So he had this whole little speech where he was like, "Listen to me, Wolfborn. I say, follow me." And that directly led into the Wolf Rebellion. Though unfortunately, Skolas didn't learn from Virax that you do not take on Marasov under any circumstances whatsoever unless you want to sign your own death warranted. And as expected, you know, Marasov was like, "Hey Guardians, you want a piece of this action? I know these guys were kind of mean to you at some point." And the Guardians were like, "Sure." And so he did, and so, as expected, the Awoken and the Guardians put down the new Wolf Rebellion. After, of course, you know, Skolas attempted to get into the Vault of Glass and then proceeded to patrol all of his house from time and space. It was pretty cool. And then the Wolves briefly were like, "I'm going to come back," when their prime servitor, Orbix Prime, which is the best name for any prime servitor in the entire series, decided that they should go to Mars and try to take on the Cabal, which they actually somewhat succeeded. However, you know, it's the Guardians. They don't let anything stand. And so, of course, the Guardians put an end to that. Well, now, as stated before, there was that guy, Fikro. Now, Fikro wandered around for a while until Uldren found him mortally wounded. Now, Uldren made a wish that he could help him. Unfortunately, our good pal Riven the Taken Ahamkara heard that and was like, "All right then, well, I'm not resurrecting him though." And so she decided to fuse darkness with his ether to create dark ether. birthing the Scorn, which directly led to the king's downfall, but that's a story for another day. And as I'm sure a lot of you know, the Scorn were directly related to Cade's death, so that's why we don't like it when Fallen speak out against the Traveler, because any one of them, that could be the next Vicruel. That's why I didn't like Aramis. And now, what's left of the poor House of Wolves? Well, really not much. There's some nightmare hunts on the moon, and most of them are in House Dusk or, like, House of Salvation now. But yeah, that is the House of Wolves. Hey y'all, and congratulations once again on making it to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. It was a real fun video to make. Got to spend a lot of time learning a little bit more about my favorite Fallen house. If you enjoyed this new sort of content, feel free to like and subscribe. But anyway, that's been all from me. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye!